Okay, so on the third page here, it's kind of a mixture. Numbers 3 and 4 here, the leading coefficient, the leading term is a 1. So we can jump, straight into factoring this thing. And we already know it has to be an x times an x to give us x squared. The 63 is negative. So I need two numbers that multiply to 63 to go here and here. But for these, I can use that trick. They have to multiply to 63 and subtract to give me 2. So I know it's 9 and 7, and they're different signs because the 63 is negative. The bigger number is going to be negative. So 9's negative, 7's positive. Number 4, let me look here. 4, this one's going to be a little easier. X and X again, they multiply to 18 and they add up to give me 11. All right, so this one's going to be 9 and 2. They're the only ones that do that. What else do I know? It's a plus sign, so they're the same signs, and they are both minus because of that minus right there. Okay, let me look at some of these others here. I had number 5 circled, but I don't think I'm going to... I guess I'll come back and mention that one, but let's look at number 11. Yeah, let's look at number 11. So for this one, the leading term is a 3, and I can't just factor out the 3 because 3 doesn't go into 5 and 2. So I'm going to break this up into my scenarios, which the only way to get 3x squared is a 3x and an x. All right, so that's not too bad. And then these last numbers have to multiply to 2. So I know it's either got to be a 1 here and a 2 here, or the other way around. So the order will matter for this one. Let me look for a second. See, it's weird because if I was to multiply this out the way it is right now, 3x and a 2 would give me a 6x, and then a 1 and an x would give me a 1x. And that kind of does feel like it could give me a 5x, but we got to remember on this one, it's the same signs and they're both positive. So it's going to be a 3x plus and an x plus. So that combination would not work actually. It's going to be a 2 here and a 1 there. So 3x and a 1, all right, that's going to give me a 3x. And then on the inside, we're going to have a 2x. And that's how we get a 5x out of the center. Okay. Let's see. If I was setting up number 14, I would have 2 scenarios I would have to try. To get 8x squared, it could be a 2x and a 4x, which it's probably this combination. It probably is. The other way would be an 8x and a 1x. Actually, I think it's going to be this one. I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. But for 14, I think it's going to be this one, actually. Usually it's not like that, but it is. I believe it is on this one. Okay. Now, if I look for, say, number 10, this one's going to be a good one. So 6 and 15 have something in common, but there's a 1x in the middle, so I can't factor anything out. All right, there's no common factor here. I'm going to try a 2x and a 3x. If this doesn't work out, then I'm going to have to try 6x and a regular x. All right, now these two numbers, they got to multiply to 15. So it's either a 1 and a 15 or a 3 and a 5. And on this one, it's going to be different signs. So I'm going to do a little test along the way. All right. If I'm going to try the 3 and the 5, I cannot put the 3 here because 3 and 3 share a common factor. All right, so I'm going to have to try my 3 here and my 5 here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of multiply these out and see if I can get a 1x out of them. So 2x and 5, that would be a 10x. 3 and 3x would be a 9x. And yes, I will be able to get a 1x or a negative 1x. I just have to put my signs in the right spot. So if I try the negative here and the positive there, that's going to give me 10x, and this one's going to give me negative 9x. But see, that gives me a positive x out of the middle, and I don't want a positive x. I want a negative x. So I need to change that to a plus sign, and I need to change this one to a minus sign. All right, so that'll do number 10. I think we'll call it for this one.